everyone. My name is Felicity Mashuko, and today I'll be presenting on the use of Learnworld learning management system. Now, this is a learning management of choice, empowering digital educational experience of choice. I've used Learnworld in ICT skills teaching, hospitality management system students. Um, the pandemic has increased the use of digital tools and ushering us to a period where we are now in hybrid mode, where we are teaching remotely and in person. And this we call it our sophisticated technology based learning approach, which has replaced our conventional teaching and learning methodology. Um, but most people are arguing that this cannot replace our human interaction, which is true. Well, I've chose these elements as a learning management of choice for several reasons. Among them is the use of interactive video lessons, live streaming, live webinars, the use of polls during this learning session, the interactive quizzes, gamification, discussion forum, creation of ebooks, uploading of files, while the list is on and on. Okay. But among other reasons, the use of collaboration or discussion forum promote collaboration and engagement through interactive discussion through the platform where students meet, um, solve problems, create solutions together as a team. And by incorporating all these learning activities, one can create a dynamic, interactive learning environment that caters for different learning styles and promote active learning as your student will learn by doing. Now, in our Learn World, I use four activities. One of the activities I've explored the use of a live stream session. Now, in my live stream session, my students came to class like they would come to a class of an in-person class, and in this lesson there were lesson learned because I've created a lesson on teaching them how to create an ebook. Now during this live stream, I've demonstrated step by step how to gather the content, and I ensure that the student understand my lesson by also placing questions on the poll. And in the poll, I asked my student to identify steps of using chat gpt to create the narrative of their ebook. So this was an authentic lesson of creating their own receipt book. In a practical assignment, I tasked them with creating an ebook featuring 10 recipes of their choice. And so they created the narrative using chat gpt, so it was supposed to be a very fast, effective a lesson. And then now they must take this to the ms word as I teach them ict skills. They must take this to the ms word and go and now apply the formats, create a cover page, apply the themes, apply the page color fonts. And now, the activity here was only teaching them technical skills, and it was also encouraging creativity for the student to go through this. And then After this lesson, I took my student to the discussion board, and they could go there anytime at their own time. But I posed a question on how do they find the use of ChatGPT to create their narratives, and the student had to respond there. But now in this activity, they went to the community, and then I only had one student, but this was not graded. Um, and with the discussion forum, it does increase the aim of this was to increase participation in the discussion, where they can share their ideas, ask each other question, and they could learn more of the tools if they were really engaging. My problem was just the timing. Okay. And then on the ebook activity, the student were given an additional resource explaining the steps on how to go about formatting their text as they were creating their ebook. So this served as an additional resource, as the lesson also explained everything during the live stream. So your ebook creates it's a flexible way of for students to access your learning material. They can access it either from the desktop or from using their own cell phone. So here they were supposed to see their own recipe, and the explanation was also created in text on the ebook as an additional material. Now, in activity four, I've explored the use of an online quiz, where now I wanted my students to engage, to learn, but then they could take and retake their quiz. Remember, in an interactive quiz as an assessment, the students are able to gauge their understanding, and they can receive immediate feedback. And as they retake the lesson, the quiz, it reinforces a learning, and it increases content retention. So now, the student, when they completed the task to test their knowledge of the ebook in the creation process, there was a multiple choice with the steps involved with the use of ChatGPT formatting techniques in Word, and the students were required to upload the ebook as part of the quiz submission. So this activity served as both a review of a practical assessment in understanding the skills learned from teaching of lesson one. So that's how I went about using the project. So, in essence, I would say Learnworlds learning management system is a promising solution for educators seeking to enhance teaching and learning experience in online blended learning environment, leveraging the features and the functionalities, and it can create an interactive personalized learning where students can learn at their own time, at their own pace, and this can cater and accommodate their different learning styles, and as they are coming from different backgrounds, coming with their different background knowledge. So, an ongoing research is still needed to fully understand the potential of the use of Learnworlds and the impacts on the learning outcomes. Especially in hospitality management, my student responses, even though the out of 30 students, only 10 students could participate, it did increase engagement, and it was informative, and my student learned by doing. So Learnworlds serves as an enabler for them, especially with project based learning. And my student experience using Learnworlds in completion of tasks, they said they did learn a lot, and they really appreciated the use of the platform. And most students were likely to use the project in future. That's what they told me, if they were telling the truth. Yeah, and in conclusion, I see a positive impact on and the potential for future use of Learnwell management system, and I'm planning to use this in my community engagement. And one of the things that I've identified was uh, to add grading, as most researchers say grading does increase participation because they are forced to complete the task, since they will be graded on the thing. And then I also plan to add gamification and certification, yes, in the future. I thank you for participating, and I hope you enjoyed my lesson.